Someone, guys. So I got a DM from this person. I just want to read it and just unpack certain things. So, hi, Mr. Benson. I mainly follow you on YouTube. I've got questions for days, but I'll start with the most recent one. So, firstly, Ngiyabonga, thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for so much for subscribing and being part of this journey. Then he carries on to ask, how do you cope with someone with severe emotional trauma? To give you context rather, I'm dealing with a lady who's hot and cold in our relationship. Hot as in on certain days she's very present in the relationship, and cold on other days she just shuts down. She's mostly cold, and on cold days she doesn't talk much and doesn't talk at all, and this could go on for days. But would throw cues on what she's dealing with via TikTok shorts. She has lost many relationships because of this coldness. Now I fear she might lose me, as my protective instinct is kicking in, telling me not to waste time on her, but my humanity is telling me not to abandon someone who needs help. Yeah, man. I want to take a step back. So before we actually go into this message, I want to take a step back. And one thing I've realized is that we really struggle with being able to attract a partner. Anyone who knows me, anyone who's seen my past in relationships, they will tell you, Guti, I don't have a type per se. You know, it's not that I'm attracted to tall girls or short girls. I'm not attracted to skinny girls. I'm not attracted to big girls. You know, I'm not attracted to light-skinned girls or dark-skinned girls. So if you go and you look at that past, you know, it hasn't been that. And one of the reasons why I try my best not to base a relationship on how a person looks, you know, because again, if you are skinny, you might get fat with time. And if you are rich, you might get poor. We don't understand the dynamics. How I'm trying to go about this life thing is that I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to heal me. I'm trying to work on me and be the best version of me. And then I will then attract the type of female that I need at that time. I will attract the type of female that will take me to that next level. I'll attract the type of female who actually I deserve. You know what I'm trying to say. So whenever I hear someone who's attracting a person who's got severe trauma, or someone who's attracting someone who is a gold digger, or someone who's a hoe, I'm saying, what is it about you? You know, so in this specific case, Yabona Loputi might be an amazing partner, Florence Nightingale. He might be ready to heal the nation, and as a result, he's attracting certain type of females. You know, and as he's saying, Wuti, the humanity within him is actually stopping him from pushing her away, and actually really wants to help. So give me, it's very important to understand who you are first before you can go out and, you know, saving a hoe, or saving a broke lady, or saving a person who is in this traumatic experience or going through severe trauma. Guys, we all have trauma. We all have trauma. We all try to sub people via TikTok shorts or Instagram reels, whatever the case is. We all have not healed, you know. And here's the problem: when you want to go into a space and try and save someone, you might be successful and help them, and in the process help yourself, or, you know, you might find yourself being pulled down, you know. So you see someone drowning, you try to jump in to save them, and you might find yourself being pulled down and drowning, the both of you guys drowning. So that's a very difficult situation to find yourself in, you know. Again, if you want to help, then you need to create a space in which she can open up and talk. You might not be the person that she needs to open up and talk to. You know, she might need to go and talk to a pastor. She might need therapy. The way that you're explaining Lucia Silona, it really does seem like she needs some professional intervention, because again, she will lose a lot of amazing people while blowing hot cold every single couple of days, you know. And in that process, when you feel like Sinza and Lana Siajola, you know, you're very offish, or Sakulu, Musuna Mamoti, what's wrong? You know, and then when things are good, you know, like they're great. So do you deserve going through that emotional roller coaster? Or is it a situation of Siswam? Here's the situation. This is what I'm thinking. Go speak to your mom, go speak to your dad, go speak to a trusting friend. Clearly, you switch off to me. I'm creating a space or an atmosphere where you can come and be vulnerable, but it's obviously not comfortable for you. So let's find you professional help. Let's find you some sort of outlet where you can actually engage with people, where you feel safe enough to open up and really discuss this, because it can't continue and it's putting a lot of pressure on our relationship. So again, guys, dealing with the person who's got severe emotional trauma is like dealing with a person who is extremely obese. You need to tread lightly. You can't just say, when I stool, you need to lose weight. You have to have a side of humanity in there, while at the same time understanding what the more you can also lose yourself in that. The more you date a hoe, you can also lose yourself in that. The more you date a drug addict, the more you date an alcoholic, you can lose yourself in that. So just understand who you are surrounding yourself with. So if I was in this situation, I'm not telling him exactly that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if I was in your situation, brother, first point is that I would say you need help. I love you enough to tell you that, to be open and honest with you. You need help. Clearly, I'm not the one that you are able to come and speak to, but we need to find someone who you can be vulnerable and talk to, because we can't have a relationship where you're hot on one day and cold on another day. So if it's professional, if it's religious, if it's family, but someone that you trust, you need this, because the relationship, already relationship in Zima, but it's going to be even worse if you are hot and cold because of all the traumatic experiences that you have gone through. Again, we all have traumatic experiences. None of us are perfect. We all communicate via subbing your partner here and there. And we need to be bold enough not to be passive aggressive. We need to be bold enough to be able to sit down and say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we seek counsel somewhere else outside of us? Because I don't want us to just fight, and we might not have these solutions right now. So again, Poti, it's incredibly tough. I will not tell you that you need to leave her. I will not tell you that you need to stay. I would say if I was in that situation, my first point was to seek external help, and then take it from there. And then should she not be able to heal, or whatever the case is, then cross that bridge once I get there. Me, in my life, because of all my trauma, because of all my pain, because of all my failures, I focus on me. I focus on building me. I try and make sure, Guti, I am that person, that beautiful garden that attracts these butterflies, so that once I'm done healing, once I'm financially strong, once I'm psychologically, mentally, physically strong, I know, Guti, I'm in a space where I can attract a person who is also on the same path. It's very, 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 very tough. If you are a vegan who trains hard, who drinks water, who's living a pure life, to attract it's very, very tough, So again, you tend to attract the people that you are. So look at your garden, look at what you've done in order to attract certain types of people. So I've realized in my life, I needed to work on my toxicity, because I feel at times, this is not just relationships, guys. I'm also talking about friends. I'm also talking about acquaintances. I'm also talking about spaces. I feel because at times I've been very, very toxic. I found myself in toxic spaces. I found myself attracting toxic acquaintances or friends or whatever the case may be, because it was me, And then once I slowly started to change that, for example, once you stop drinking, you will realize that your drinking friends become less and less and less and less and less. Once you stop doing cocaine, you'll realize that your cocaine friends will become less and less and less and less and less and less. So again, it becomes that you need to work on yourself. I was watching, what was I watching? But anyway, just going back full circle around the relationship type, or whatever you want to call it. This person was saying, write all the attributes that you want in a good partner. All the attributes, all the good partner is, and then you say trustworthy, loyal, hardworking, write all the attributes. And once you've written down all 20 of those attributes that you are looking for, your type in a partner, scratch out the ideal partner and then write your name there, and become that person who is amazing with time, who can speak and communicate clearly. Become the person who is attentive. Become the person who is financially strong. Become the person who has healed from trauma. Become that person. And then from there, you then will attract the beautiful things. Again, it's very hard if you're a good person, if you're a pure person, if you're an honest person. It's very, very hard to attract filth. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's hard. Again, when Osindi Siwe, who goes to church 7 times a week, who prays, who follows, it's very, very hard to attract these heathens. You understand things, Amungisha. I don't know if I'm articulating it properly. But again, please start with helping. Should you fail, then cross that bridge once you get there. I'm not telling you should leave her. I'm not telling you should stay. That's your decision, because you will have to live with the consequences of that. Anyway, with that being said, guys, please comment below. Let us know exactly how you'd go about assisting uBhutilana in terms of assisting his partner who has severe emotional trauma, as he puts it. And if you've not yet subscribed, please hit that subscription, hit the notification bell, share this video far and wide, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Out.